What's going on, guys? DGWhipZ here, back again with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about some side hustles in the car community, in the car industry, and how to make money. I know times are really tough right now. Inflation is skyrocketing and everything's really expensive. So I know some of you guys are probably looking for some side hustles, and I'm here to give you that information real quick. If you guys need any JDM merch, anything like this, I also got Nismo lanyard right here. If you need anything like that, check out dgwhipz.com below. Got lots of clothing, accessories, phone cases, lanyards, etc. for you to check out. So go ahead and check that out real quick. I'll give you a discount in the description down below and right here. But other than that, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So this is my personal favorite, and this is what I've done in the past: buying and selling cars, or car flipping. There's a few ways to do this. Well, there's a lot of ways to do this actually. You can do it like the legal, correct way, and you can spend 10 grand, get a dealer license, and get a lot and everything. You don't have to do that. However, you just have to be cautious in what you're doing. Basically, you just find a car that's cheap, maybe needs a little bit of work, or it's just underpriced, undervalued. Buy it for cheap, and then you fix it up, make it look good, you resell it, and then you cash the profit, right? It's pretty simple. It's pretty much the basis of any business. You buy cheap and you sell higher, right? There's a lot of niches and ways you can go about this. You can go the cheap route. You can do $500, $1,000 cars, or if you got a bigger budget and you have more capital, you can do like $10,000, $20,000 cars. Just take in mind that it is harder to sell more expensive cars because more people have less money, like less than 5 grand. A lot of people have that money in hand to spend on a car. However, once you start getting expensive, a lot of people don't just have that money. They're gonna have to pull out loans and everything, and it gets a little more complicated, and you're gonna reduce your buyer's market. However, the profit margin is higher, so you do just have to weigh out the balance there. My recommendation to you, if you're gonna do this, is find a niche, something that you're knowledgeable about. You need to have some mechanical skill, because if you start paying to fix every problem, you're gonna really cut into your profit margin, and you might even go over. It might be hard to sell a car, make profit off that. You don't gotta do absolutely everything, but I would recommend learning how to do basic stuff like radiators, brakes, oil changes, all that stuff. You need to learn how to do that, because if you do that yourself, you save yourself the labor cost at the expense of some time, but you are going to save money, and that's your goals. One time I bought a G35 for $2,000, and it supposedly needed a fuel pump, and all it actually needed was gas in the car, and the gas gauge was inaccurate. So I put gas in the car was fine. I went ahead and sold it for like $4,200. And that was really easy. It's $2,200 for basically no effort, so that was nice. Number 4, we got buying and selling car parts. Now, there's a few ways you can go about this again. You can go to the junkyard and maybe pick up some parts there. You can get junkyard parts for really cheap, and then you can resell them on eBay. You can buy a whole car or part it out that way if you have the space and the land for that, because you're gonna have a car disassembled in your yard or your house or whatnot. But yeah, it takes a lot of parts to build a car, and if you have a certain car, like maybe like this G35 for example, there might be people looking for a bumper or interior pieces, alternators, radiators, stuff like that. You could park the car out, and eventually you can actually make more than what the car is worth if you sell all the parts on the car, because people need those little nitpicky like little parts. Sometimes they just break, or they can't find it online, or buying brand new is too expensive. Sometimes sensors go for like $300-$400, but if your sensor is working fine, you can sell it for like $40. But a lot of people do this route, and this is very profitable. People are always needing car parts, so this is something I would definitely check out. Number 3 is starting a side business, doing mechanic work or cleaning, interior work, anything along those lines, right? One of the things you can do to start a business, anyone can wash a car, right? So just get some washing mitts, get some cleaning supplies. You can do full details. You can learn how to polish. Learn a skill that people are willing to pay for and people need, and that there's a demand for. You can also like work on cars too. Lots of people do that on the side. They fix cars, they do brakes, or maybe they do big jobs like engine swaps, and they're really quick and they have the tools and space to do that. You can do that. It is a lot of labor, but people will pay for it. And if you do a good job, people can recommend you. You can build a business that way. Always be trying to identify business opportunities, especially if you're a car guy and you spend money on car stuff. Figure out why you spent money on that, right? And you can really be creative. If you find out why you were able to give that person your money, then you can identify that and maybe say, well, maybe if this happened, I would have also gave this person my money. Or maybe if this happened, then they would have had my business, right? You need to think like that. Now, when you start a business like this, you are gonna eventually have to learn how to do things legally and everything. You don't want the IRS to come for you. But when you're starting off small, it's okay to just see if your business is actually viable and is going to work, because you don't want to get legal business license, everything, buy a bunch of stuff, and then your business idea is actually terrible and you're just going to waste money and time, right? So number 2, we got drop shipping and e-commerce. So you can build your own brand. This is actually something I'm trying to expand on. You can build your own brand. You can sell clothes, you can sell accessories, parts and stuff, etc. Find a supplier, build a website, and just try to direct traffic to your website that way. And this is a great way. It's actually a low risk option because you don't have to hold a bunch of products and stuff. And you can do this with any niche, by the way. You don't have to do this with cars, but maybe you can specialize in car lighting, car interiors, car clothing. You can specialize in Subaru or Infiniti or whatever you particularly like. Always just try to identify a niche in what you're trying to do and understand your target audience, and then just go about it that way and figure out how to build attention and try to gain an audience that way. So definitely something I would recommend checking out. There's plenty of YouTube videos on how to build a store and everything and where to get supplies from and everything. So don't be afraid to dive in and try to learn something new. Number 1, we got YouTube channel and YouTube shorts, right? So YouTube is partnered with Google and they do pay. When you want ads on your channel, your YouTube shorts, then you actually get paid for that. Now it does take a lot to like make a livable income. I don't make a livable income off YouTube. I don't make like that much. I make at most like $200 a month, but I am trying to expand on that right now. A lot of YouTubers, guys, depending on your niche, if it's a profitable niche, they're making like 6 figures a month off just YouTube ads alone. And that's not including like the products they're selling and their own brand and stuff. So there's a lot of potential in YouTube always. YouTube Shorts is now fully monetized. If you don't want to do long form content like this, you can do short form content, and that can be nice and easy. And you also can broaden your audience to other social media like Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and everything like that, and then just try to direct traffic here. You can do it that way. The best thing I can say is kind of just for everything, find a niche, something you're interested in, something you're knowledgeable about, in some way you can actually provide value to others. And if you provide value for others, people won't be afraid to give you money, right? That's just how it works. It's an equal exchange of value in any business. So YouTube's always profitable and YouTube's always a good idea. You will need to know how to edit some videos unless you want to pay for an editor. However, I wouldn't recommend that right at the beginning. That can be a little expensive, especially if you're not doing crazy numbers yet. It's going to take a while to be profitable off YouTube. But it is free to start, and if you, depending on your niche, it can be relatively easy and straightforward. So I recommend it. I think that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you guys again for supporting the channel. Again, if you need any of your JDM merch, anything, check out dgwhipz.com down below. Comment down below any ideas I may have missed or any opinions you have on any of my ideas, any of the videos. I'm always welcoming to any comments, positive or negative, so feel free to comment down below. But yeah, other than that, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.